Hey p141, just thought we might celebrate Wellness Wednesday with you. So what better way to think of something that's good for us than starting with lemon and making lemonade. So I have two different kinds of ways that I'm going to make lemonade with you. First time is going to be with maple syrup, but then I'm going to use stevia, which is what we were growing in our garden, and I have some left over. So let's get started with the maple syrup version. So Mr. Louie and I, we save everything. This is our milk bottle that we love to use to make teas and sometimes sun tea, all different kinds of things we use these bottles for. It's a nice vase as well. And then we've got everything that we need. So we're going to take our measuring cup. And Mr. Louie and I are self-isolating just like you are. So we didn't have time to get to a store to buy lemons, but we had lemon juice. So you just need to pour in, squeeze out 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And I always say the best way to learn math, especially fractions, is by baking and cooking, because you're always having to measure things. So there's our 1/4 cup. And then we're going to take maple syrup, which I like a lot more. Mr. Louie loves maple syrup, much more than sugar. So we're going to do 2 big tablespoons. That's the biggest spoon out of your measuring spoons, okay? 1 and then 2. Okay. Now, I'm going to stir that up. And I'm going to add it to my water that I've already got filled in my container. And you can see it just automatically makes lemonade. Look at that. So we can give it a little, doesn't even need a stir because it's all stirred up. And now I'm going to try it to see how it tastes. You know what? I think we're going to add more lemon. Let's add another 1/4 cup of lemon, and then we'll call it a 1/2 cup of lemon juice instead of a 1/4 cup. This is what experimentation is all about. That might even be too much, but let's see. I like it lemony. Perfect. So that's a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, which would probably be like 2 squeezed lemons. Now, for those of you who are really brave and you want to do something super healthy, it's called a master cleanse when you add cayenne to it. This might be for your parents and definitely all the teachers, but if you're brave and you like spicy food, you'll like this. So you're going to use the 1/4 teaspoon, right? Just a 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, no, I'm sorry, a 1/2 teaspoon, a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to pour out a 1/2 teaspoon. And you want to just like level that really well, and then you can just pour that right in. And this time I'll use the bottom of the handle to stir that up. Now, this is called a master cleanse. It's really good for your body. It's a nice purifying way to refresh your system. I was always thinking about how I like to do this like on a nice calm day, like a Sunday, nice lazy day that I don't have to go anywhere. But since we're self-isolating, we can have our Wednesday wellness drink today. Let's try that. Refreshing and delicious. Now, I just want to show you something super fun also because of p141. We have been growing stevia. So let me just set that up for you. And it comes like this. Mr. Louie, can you just come up a little closer so you can see how the leaves have dried? This is from the plant, the stevia plant. All right. And so we picked the leaves, and then we put, everybody at the Parkside Center pulled all the roots and all the sticks and twigs out, and now I just have the leaves. But then you do something really cool. You actually grind it down to a powder, okay? So you're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of powder, and then you have to cook it, all right? So look, I've done a prep already for you so you can see. So I put my quart of water into a pan to boil. And so you put the, can you come closer, Mr. Louis, so they can see? So see all the leaves are at the bottom there, right? So then you want to strain that, but it makes the stevia, makes it super, super sweet. And it's a plant, so it's really easy to grow. It's a perennial, which means it comes back every year. So we're going to keep growing it, even though we're not at P141 right now. We're going to be back soon, and we will keep growing it. So now I'm putting it in this container because it's easier for me to pour it. I got just this tiny little strainer, and so I just don't want all those green leaves to be in my drink when I'm finished. So see how I'm doing that? I'm straining all the leaves to stay out. I got a little bit more I could do here. And then also notice the color. The color is already quite golden. That's because I boiled or brewed these leaves, and it turned my water kind of this golden color, which was making it be really sweet. So this is all I did. There it is, just a half a teaspoon of the stevia. Look at that tiny bit. Makes all of this, and it's so sweet. That's all you need. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing again, and I'm going to remember that last time I did a half a cup, but it's not all the way to the top, but I'm going to still go for it because I like things lemony. So I'm going to put a half a cup of lemon or 2 squeezed lemons. You might want a little less, experiment and see what, how lemony you like things. I like things pretty lemony. Whoa, that looks pretty lemony. All right, so now I'm going to just take this out of here because that has a whole different taste to it. And I'm going to try the stevia lemonade. Oh, it's still a little steamy. Wow. That's surprisingly delicious. Mr. Louis, why don't you try some? Try some, Mr. Louis.
Yummy.
Okay, you guys. That's it. Happy Wellness Wednesday.